Good morning, Unity on the Lakeshore.
Morning. Morning.
Boy, it's wonderful to be seen, isn't it? I know that is true for me. I have missed being here for sure. But seeing all of you always makes the drive worthwhile. It does. Today we come and we gather in celebration and gratitude. Celebration and gratitude, because we know wherever we are, God is, and all is well with our souls. Speaking of our souls, let's sing. Let's all stand and sing.
We have to be our own drums this morning. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm not Carolyn. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. Here we go. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Now let's see if you can do it without looking up here and feel it in your heart. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Oh, you sound so much better. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest
Again, we gather in celebration and gratitude, and our souls, may they be ready to receive. Are there any visitors here? Anybody here for the first time today? We promise not to put you on the spot. We promise only to welcome you and greet you. Our ushers have some information and material for you. Our deepest hope is that you feel welcome today, that your souls feel welcome, your spirits feel welcome, you feel welcome, and that you will return to us very soon. And welcome everyone who has been here before. We are family. This is Unity on the Lakeshore, and we celebrate. It is with real privilege and honor that I welcome our friend and our guest speaker who is going to speak and share with us this morning and again later this afternoon. Let me share just a little bit about Rainbow. Rainbow Weldon is a licensed spiritual counselor with the Centers for Spiritual Living. She is a frequent speaker and presenter at New Thought churches around the country. She is the co-leader of the Youth and Family Ministry at the Bodhi Spiritual Center in Chicago and executive director of Soul Gurgle, expressive arts. Oh, don't you love the sound of that? Soul Gurgle, expressive arts education. We also know Rainbow because Rainbow is a formidable member of the Taizé service, shared regularly here at Unity on the Lakeshore. So we welcome Rainbow and Heather this morning. Thank you for being with us. At 1 o'clock this afternoon, Rainbow is going to facilitate a visioning workshop. Discover the highest vision for your life this new year through the spiritual practice of visioning. At this workshop, you will learn tools and practices to bring vision into reality. Leave with a collage to anchor your vision throughout the year. We know that visioning is a deep spiritual practice where we tune in and catch God's vision for our lives. It sounds wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Rainbow. Also, please remember that book clubs are starting this week. You may pick up your copy of The Compassionate Universe, which is the book that we will be using. They are available in the office, and they are $12 a piece. Jerry, you had asked to say a couple of words about the book club.
Yeah, we ended up with two groups, one in Holland and one here in Southwest Douglas. The book is amazing. It presents where we are at this time in our lives and what's really controlling our lives and what we can do about it. So the book is amazing. I think you'll enjoy reading it together. It's really a good read.
Great, thank you. Again, remember, they're available in the church office. And I know that Sandy would be eager to help you get your copy of the book. Unity bags are on sale. Heather, if you would hold that bag up, please. Our Unity reusable bags are on sale. What a bargain for $2.50. That bag could be yours. I'll tell you, I have 15 of them myself. Now, I know you would think that I do a great deal of shopping, but it's only because I forget them at times. But you too could have one of those bags. They're sturdy, they're wonderful. They capture attention. I mean, talk about a wonderful intro into Unity. What's Unity? Oh, let me tell you. Let me tell you about Unity on the Lakeshore. So we encourage you, $2.50 a piece. Also, in a couple of weeks, Friday, February 28th, your Board of Trustees is sponsoring a spaghetti dinner. It is a fundraiser which we are sponsoring. Suggested donation for the dinner is $6 per person. Sign-up sheets are in the community room. We will be offering dinner at 5:30 and then again at 7 o'clock. So please, please, please help us. Let's break bread together. Let's share together. Let's enjoy one another and some wonderful food, February 28th. Mary Schaff, you have an announcement.
I just wanted to let everyone know that this coming Tuesday at our local library, there's going to be a group of presenters that can help you with Affordable Care Act. I talked to G about whether I could bring this up at church, and she thought that because I was able to sign up about a month or 6 weeks ago, and I've had a lot of people ask me about the process. And so there's going to be people that can answer your questions and sign you up at our local library this Tuesday between 1 and 6. And I can't tell you how good I feel that I have a Blue Cross Blue Shield card in my wallet. So if any of you need help with that, it's available in our neighborhood.
Great, thank you, Mary. And Suzanne.
Yes. If you're feeling a little creative, the first Sunday of every month after the service, after our snacks, I am starting a little workshop, Hands of Unity. We will be making blankets for Project Linus. Those are children that are in a crisis situation. We give them blankets. Also, there is a facility in Holland that helps lower-income families, and these children come in without even a coat on. So I would love to see some people come. I'll bring my sewing machine. You don't really have to even know how to be crafty or knit. Even bring some fleece. We'll tie them together, and we'll just have fun. Yes.
Suzanne, the bulletin says there's going to be one next Sunday, which is not the first. Is that going to be it?
First Sunday of every month.
Okay. All right.
So that is a correction. Thank you, Jerry. That is a correction from the information that's listed in the bulletin. The group will not meet on the 23rd, but instead the first Sunday in March. Also, you look on the back of your bulletin, there are a few other announcements. Just a reminder, our Course in Miracles class will meet on Wednesday, February 19th, and again on the 26th, beginning at 6 p.m. Is there anyone else who has a quick announcement he or she would like to share? Okay, then, oh, Jerry?
I just thought about it. I put something in the bulletin here. Remember our theme for this year is don't mistake words for actions, and it called us all to make some changes in our lives. And I put a little thing in here, have you taken action that may have life-changing results for you? We'd like to hear, if you have, we'd like to hear from you, and maybe in a Sunday service down the road, we'll give you a chance to stand up and say, hey, here's what I've done to make a difference in my life. It's helped me. It's worked out crappy.
I didn't hear that last part, and I think that was probably a good thing. We know it's working for us. Speaking of working for us and some other challenges, there is one other announcement on the back of the bulletin that I would like to highlight, because I know how eager Reverend G is to begin this. We've been talking about it, she and I have been talking about it for months, and that is the little section that says, I'm diving in, living in the question. You'll notice that on the first Sunday in March, Reverend G is inviting everyone from our community, everyone from the community. So let's get the word out to an afternoon discussion of the life-changing issues that face us all. My understanding from Reverend G is there will not necessarily be a specific agenda. It's let's bring the questions and let's help each other live in the questions. And at this time, what a joy to welcome our friend and musician extraordinaire, Nancy Plettinga, who's going to share some special music with us.
And to support Rainbow's message today, I've selected special music that focus on the word thank you. And you probably have heard this quote before from Meister Eckhart. And he says that if the only prayer that we ever say is thank you, then that's enough. So we're really going to be focusing on that a lot today. So this is called Thank You, Lord. Let's just take a moment to turn within for prayer. Taking a deep breath. And acknowledging the light that is within each and every one of us. Recognizing that right here, right now, all is truly well. Becoming completely still and present in this now moment. Giving thanks to be awake and aware and alive this day. So we come together in this moment in the recognition that there is only one life, one power, one presence, that which I call God. And I know that God is unconditional love, joy, and peace. And this is my life. It is who I am. And I know that this is true for each and every one of us. We are one. We are connected with this love, this light, this joy, this peace. It is the very essence and nature of our being. It is who we are. And it is what we are calling forth in this moment, right here, right now, to show up fully as ourselves, to be present in this moment, to remain awake and aware of our divinity, to say yes to what is ours to know and be this day, to open our hearts and minds to receive the right and perfect message, that moment, that inspiration that is for us to know this day. Knowing that right where we are is exactly where we are supposed to be. And it feels so good to be here together this day in community, in fellowship, in oneness. So with gratitude for all the love that we are, for this beautiful day, for this wonderful community, I simply release this word now and allow it to be so. Accept it as so. And so it is. Amen.
Let's share together our vision here at Unity on the Lakeshore. Every life, a spiritually transformed life. One more time. Every life, a spiritually transformed life. Mary, at this time, if you would share our daily word.
Good morning, friends. The title today for our daily word is Included. I am an essential part of creation. As part of God's creation, I am never alone. Divine life lives in me, and I am one with all that is. My divine essence calls me to participate in life by using the talents and gifts God has given me. It is my sacred responsibility to bring them forward. I listen to my heart. What is mine to express? I gear up with tools to make a start. I leave behind whatever has blocked me in the past. God has entrusted me with gifts that need to be expressed, and I express them. By allowing my talents to blossom, I am an active participant in life. Included in the plan of creation, I bless my oneness with others and joyously share my gifts.
And so it is. This time, let us share together our affirmation of faith. There is only one presence and one power in me and in the universe, God, the good, omnipotent. Let us sing.
And let us stand, because you can move better if you're standing. God is my source,
God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my joy. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God is everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my peace. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God is my everything I need. God is my love. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything. And one more time. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. Excellent. Thank you.
Time for a God break. We have within us the power to create a spiritual experience. We do this by turning our attention within, closing our eyes if we're comfortable to do that. Taking deep, cleansing breaths as we gradually put aside the distractions in the outer. Allowing ourselves to feel the comfort and the protection that is divine mind. We know that God is everywhere. Allow yourselves to move within the protection of God's presence. The peace, the joy, in your mind's eye, see God's presence all around you and the others here, each uniquely expressing the Christ. We know that in our daily lives, as we gain practice, we can always stop momentarily, taking a deep breath and allowing the calm presence of Spirit to diffuse any challenging events. moving even deeper now. Let us rest in the silence. In the silence. Divine Mind seeks the highest and the best for us at all times, in spite of outer appearances. I invite you to become refreshed and enlivened by this God experience, and to take it with you throughout today and every day. And now we gently begin to return our attention here to this sanctuary. Thank you. Thank you, God. And so it is.
Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer.
Good morning, everyone. I just feel so full already from the service. I played the trumpet in middle school, so when you got, I was like, oh, I love trumpets, one of my favorites. That was just it was a special treat. And then the daily word was just so perfect and inspiring. as was mentioned, my company is called So Gurgle, and it's exactly what that daily word talked about. It's all about creative self-expression and this idea of your soul gurgling into expression and giving your gifts into the world and unleashing your creative genius. So again, I was like, oh yeah, everything is just like perfect this morning. But I'm so grateful to be here with you all, and today we're going to be talking more about gratitude and giving thanks. And how we can use this power of gratitude to really co-create the life that we desire. And I'm going to give you a tool that I've been using in my life that's really helping to make some powerful shifts in my life, and I'm excited to share that with you all as well. So let's start with a quote from Eric Butterworth. He says, "Giving thanks is an important state of consciousness that keeps you in an awareness of oneness with divine flow." So gratitude is a state of consciousness. It's like a beingness. And it puts us in that flow of the oneness, of the divine flow. As consciously creative beings, we can do our part using spiritual principle to live and experience the life that we desired. And gratitude is one of our best tools to do that. So here's how it works. I have this equation. Gratitude equals happiness, equals more gratitude, equals more happiness, equals more gratitude, equals more happiness times infinity, right? So when we start by being grateful for what is, right here, right now, then it begins to generate this energy, this feeling, which attracts to us more things to bring us more joy and happiness in our life. And then you repeat it again. Oh, now I'm so grateful for all this good in my life. And it begins to generate more good into your life. And then you're grateful, and then you're more joyful and happy. And it just can be this like not so vicious cycle, right? Sometimes cycles can take us down or spiral thinking, me, unworthy, blah, blah, blah. But gratitude is a tool that we have to engage a cycle to spin us upwards, to really connect us with that flow, that consciousness of oneness, and be in flow with the divine. Gratitude is like a magnet. It's this idea of law of attraction that I'm sure you're familiar with. And gratitude is a tool that literally pulls to us. Like attracts like. So as we're grateful and we are in that state of gratitude, that consciousness of gratitude, then it just pulls to us more and more good. The principle behind this is the idea that what you focus on expands. So when you begin to focus on the good and the joy and the love and the peace in your life, you experience more good and joy and love and peace. The Apostle Paul said, "In all things give thanks." In all things give thanks. So not only when things are good, are going our way, which basically just means what we want and how we think it should be, right? But in all things give thanks. So even in those times in our life when things might feel a bit upsetting, frustrating, doubtful, in all things give thanks. Because otherwise, if we're just basing our gratitude and our thanks and our good on conditions in our lives, when we get that job, when we meet that right person, when we're feeling good, then our life is, we're actually just victim to circumstance in our life. Instead of being the co-creator, the conscious, creative, generative beings that we naturally are. Who we are is called forth to engage that from within us and be that good in the world so that we can have more come to us. The truth is we are generative, creative beings consciously co-creating our life with the divine. And that's a much more inspired way of living than being mercy or victim to the circumstances of our lives. And that's when starting with a grateful heart. And being grateful allows us to open up and receive all the good, all the growth, all the healing that is ours to have. It lifts us up to a vibration so that we can more clearly see divine insight. So in all things, give thanks, because all things are for our growth, are for our good, are for our awakening. But this takes trust, right? We have to trust that we live in a friendly universe and that God is always gently guiding us, nudging us towards our good. So if we can trust that God is good, we can trust we live in a friendly universe, even those times of upset and frustration and doubt and fear can lead us to our growth and our healing. When stuff comes up, it's not bad, it just is. And it's an opportunity for us to grow and to heal if we take that opportunity. And we can take that opportunity by engaging this power of gratitude and being grateful and accepting what is in this moment. And then that power, that energy of gratitude begins to open us up. So all of a sudden we can see, wow, how this is actually for me. This situation, this circumstance, if we accept it as it is, it can begin to transform us and call us to a greater way of being in this world, of being more forgiving, of more loving, of being a greater presence of peace, of letting go of all of our judgment. Sometimes that upset is really just a reflection of our own judgment, and it's God saying, here you go. Here's another opportunity to grow and heal so that you can be more love and you can be more peace in this world. And as we begin to do that for ourselves, it affects everyone around us. That's how we can bring peace to this world. It starts right here, right within ourselves. Eric Butterworth says, one can be grateful with the same spontaneity as being happy. It simply flows forth from within and becomes a causative energy. So again, it starts here. It starts within. It flows forth within. And it feels good. It feels good to be in gratitude, doesn't it? When we're singing these songs, when we're giving thanks, when we're counting our blessings, it feels good. And then that energy is causative. It's generative. It's attractive. It's magnetic. And then it can bring more good to us. So one way that we practice gratitude in our house, Heather and I, is by using a gratitude jar. And we started this last New Year's Eve, so it's just been a year. So what you do is you take any sort of jar, ours is about this big, cookie jar, mason jar, that kind of thing. I decorated mine and wrote Rainbow's Gratitude Jar and put a little collage on it and such. And you use the opportunity to put a little notepad and a pen next to it and write down things you're grateful for. You can do it as a daily ritual, or I just kind of do it as I'm inspired or remember or think of something or feel really grateful and write it down. It could be experiences you've had, things that you've done, people in your life, moments of joy, whatever it is. And you write it down on a little piece of paper, fold it up, and put it in that jar. And then what we did a year later, so you can start this anytime. It's kind of fun to do it as a ritual, a New Year's ritual when we start it, but you could start it today, mark that date in your calendar, and then a year later, sit down and open your jar. And I found it really powerful to do it with someone. You know, I have Heather in my life, and so we sat down together and we took turns one at a time opening up and reading those things in our gratitude jar. And it just felt good, you know, it's fun to kind of reflect on the year and see all those things that you have to be grateful for. And then for us to see what were the same and what were different and remembering various things. So that's just one little tool or practice you can do. There's many different ways to do gratitude. Gratitude journal at night, writing down all the things you're thankful for. Gratitude rocks. I know that was, if anyone's familiar with the movie The Secret, I think they talked about a gratitude rock and just a little stone you can keep in your pocket, and every time you rub it, you can think, and as a reminder of things that you're grateful for. So there's lots of fun little tools and tricks and practices that we can do to help us stay anchored in this practice of gratitude. Another big part of my message and my ministry is talking about the power of our I am statements. So the same way that gratitude enacts this kind of law of attraction, is magnetic, so is what we say after our I am. So it's very important to be mindful and conscious of what we're saying and thinking to ourselves, about ourselves in this world. I am powerful, I am beautiful, I am kind, I am loving, I am prosperous. And so I recently created a design and formed a new company using this wonderful platform called Kickstarter. It's like an online crowdsourcing thing, and people can go and support other artists in their projects. So I recently successfully completed my Kickstarter project for my affirmation apparel. And so I bring this up today because I have some. There's one there. And if you're interested in wanting more and finding, seeing those and knowing more about that, I'd love to share that with you. And if you want to take one home today, anything that you take home today, I will give 10% back to this church. So just wanted to give a little plug for that as well. Because there's something about using your affirmations as a reminder, like we have these tools for gratitude and our gratitude journals. And for me, the shirts, the flip-flops, the hoodies, wearing my affirmations reminds me of that. We need reminders when we're in the world and we get triggered by things to remind us of our truth, right? And so what we put behind that or after that statement of I am is so important because it again generates that magnetic force of the universe saying yes, yes. But what about when you're saying your affirmations and you're I am prosperous, but the back of your mind is saying lack and attack thoughts. How are you going to pay your bills? You're in such debt. What are you talking about? You're not worth anything. You're never going to be successful. So we're working our affirmations, but yet there's this doubt and this belief that's under the picture. Well, the truth is, until we get in alignment with our thoughts and our beliefs, that's when we actually manifest in the world. But if we're saying one thing and believing another, we're not going to manifest. So now is when I want to give you a tool that I've been using to help to get that into alignment so that we can really shift our beliefs, because it takes our beliefs and our thoughts to change and our hearts to all be in one in order to manifest what we want. Ernest Holmes is the founder of Science of Mind Philosophy and another New Thought organization, and that's where I have my training and teaching in with Center for Spiritual Living. And he says, thought plus feeling creates. And I know this idea is also in A Course in Miracles, this idea of that your thoughts and your beliefs being in a line. So how do we do that? How do we do that? Well, I recently learned of a new technique or idea from a friend of mine called affirmations. Noah St. John, he's online, you can find his work there, and afform, so to form instead of to affirm, and it's to actually form this idea to shape your belief. So I studied a little bit or read a little bit on Noah St. John based on what my friend was telling me about, and then kind of tweaked it and made it my own. And here's another one of those coincidences that's just the universe saying yes, because what I'm going to share with you, this technique, I call it living in the question. So when you made that announcement about come and let's live in the question, I'm like, yeah, let's do that. That's what I'm talking about. So let me tell you more about how this works. So the idea is that Noah St. John says, you create your life by the statements you say to yourself and others, and by the questions you ask yourself and others. When you ask a question, your brain has an automatic search function. So if you say, why is the sky blue? Automatically your mind starts talking and figuring out and answering that question for you. And the same thing is that what we focus on expands. So therefore, if we start to ask empowering questions, that's where our mind chatter is going to go and is going to answer those questions. So as we begin to live in the question, then we can start to shape our ideas and our thoughts to be more affirming. But the key is to change those ideas and beliefs in your life by asking empowering questions. So the unconscious or the untrained mind is asking disempowering questions like, why does everything good always happen to her and not me? How come I never get a lucky break? Why don't I ever win? Why don't I ever have any new clients? Why isn't my business succeeding? All of these lack thoughts from our core root beliefs, whatever they may be, unworthiness, not good enough, the ego, coming forth and trying to run the show, keep us small. But we are conscious co-creators, so we can turn this around and ask empowered questions and live in that questions, such as, what ways am I prosperous? What are my healthy habits? How am I attracting so many new clients to my business? And as you do this, your mind will begin to do that automatic search function and come up with the answers, and will begin to reveal truth to you, and will begin to let you know what actions or steps you might need to take to actually live and be that person that is successful and has that successful business and that loving relationship and whatever it is that you desire. And I guarantee as you begin to reflect on these questions and ask yourselves, how am I prosperous? You will realize that you have so much more to be grateful than to be sorry for. And that's a line from one of my favorite songs by Jamie Lula. He's a wonderful New Thought artist from California, and I know he's visited here before. I have so much more to be grateful than to be sorry for. That plays in my head so many times. So here's how it works. By asking these questions, how am I prosperous, and being grateful for what you have right now, then we can generate that kind of formula that I talked about in the beginning. Starting with where you're grateful equals more happiness, more gratitude, more happiness, more gratitude. So for example, you can open up, the other way this works is you're opening up for divine inspiration. So I call it living in the questions. So not only asking empowering questions and letting your mind start to go there, but it also opens up for divine inspiration. Having a conversation with God, with your own higher holy self. So you could say, okay, God, show me right now, in what ways am I prosperous? And then you begin to think thoughts of, I'm so blessed to have a warm house, to have heat, I have a beautiful home, I have hot water that keeps me warm in the winter, a nice car with 4-wheel drive, shoes, thick wool socks, right? So I begin to think about all the little ways that we sometimes take for granted on how we are prosperous. And when we ask, okay, God, show me, not only are the things that we already acknowledge in our own life, it opens up and lets God show us in even bigger and better ways than we can even imagine as we say yes to being in that flow of divine inspiration. And it begins to generate that feeling of gratitude, because our thoughts plus our feeling create. So if we can get in that feeling state of gratitude and have those positive thoughts, living in that question of inspiration, of empowerment, that's when we can really begin to shift and start manifesting what we want in our life. It's activating that powerful feeling tone and that magnetic force from a place of empowerment, of gratitude. And then when we say our affirmation, I am prosperous, we believe it, we feel it in our entire body, and we experience it. It all comes together. This idea of living in the question is also, it's a similar practice to what we're going to be doing later this afternoon in the workshop of visioning. And in that, I'll just tell you a little bit about that. Basically, we go into a state of meditation. We begin with prayer. We begin with that, cultivating that feeling of gratitude. And then we just ask some questions. Okay, God, what is my highest vision for my life? And it's that process of listening, of getting the picture, the feeling, the words, the images, whatever comes through us, and just opening up to living in those questions. So we'll dive more into that this afternoon, and I do hope you stay. There's some wonderful snacks downstairs, or you can have time to grab lunch and come back really quick, and we'll get to practice this together even more. But there is something I want to practice with us right now, so I'm going to invite Heather up, and she's going to lead us in a little chant that's going to help to kind of set that feeling tone. And we're going to actually practice this idea of these affirmations, of living in the question. Now, before we get started, I just want to give you a little word here. If you notice your ego trying to answer the questions, and you'll be able to identify your ego as that part that wants to keep you safe and small and protected, that part of you, that voice that's going to advocate for those false beliefs of unworthiness and not good enough, you know. So if you notice that trying to answer, just gently and lovingly say, you know what, thank you, ego. I know you're trying to protect me and keep me safe, but today I am only interested in talking with God. Today I'm only interested in having thoughts, divine inspiration, having thoughts of God. So it's just a wonderful practice. If you notice that happening, thank you, ego, but no thanks, I'm talking with God today. And just listen and be open. So let's go into this practice now. If you want to put your hands on your heart, you can. Close your eyes, you can. Whatever makes you comfortable to kind of get into that relaxed, wonderful state. And Heather's going to use the wonderful power of music and voice and energy and vibration to kind of help to get us there as well. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful am I. Grateful, grateful, duly blessed and truly grateful. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. My gift to you is gratitude. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Just begin to breathe in that gratitude, that feeling of gratitude. I am grateful, I am grateful. Bringing a smile to your face. Grateful, I am grateful. Love in your heart. I am grateful. And from this place of gratitude, we ask, dear God, show me in what ways am I prosperous? Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Just listen and reflect on all the ways that you are prosperous and abundant. Yes, I'm grateful. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. My gift to you is gratitude. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Saying thank you, God, for all the wonderful ways that prosperity and abundance is showing up in my life. Yes, I'm grateful. And asking now, what are my healthy habits? Grateful, I am grateful. How is health and wholeness showing up in my body temple right here, right now? Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. My gift to you is gratitude. And remember, we're only having thoughts of God, thoughts of love, conversation with the divine. Whoa, whoa. Yes, I'm grateful. Just giving thanks for all the ways that wholeness and health is showing up in our lives, in our bodies, right here, right now. And asking now, where is love present in my life? Where is the love in my life? My gift to you is gratitude. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Just giving thanks for all the love and joy in your life now. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Just allow this chant. Grateful, I am grateful, the energy of gratitude to fill your entire being.
And my gift to you is gratitude. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Oh, whoa, whoa. Yes, I'm grateful. Oh, grateful I am.
Let your heart sing.
Grateful I am grateful.
Sing along if you feel inspired.
Grateful I am grateful. I am grateful. My gift to you is gratitude. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Oh, grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. My gift to you is gratitude. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. One more time, sing it with me. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. And my gift to you is gratitude. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Oh, oh, oh. Yes, I'm grateful. Oh, yes. Oh, oh, oh. Yes, I'm grateful. Oh, one more time. Oh, oh, oh. Yes, I'm grateful.
So let's just breathe in that gratitude. Yes, it feels good. It is transformative. It is powerful. It is beautiful. It is wonderful. And it is who you are. So taking another deep, sacred, holy breath, saying yes. Begin to open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you, Heather. So remember, in all things, give thanks. Your upsets are just leading you to your greater spiritual growth and good. And when you feel stuck, ask those empowering questions. Do something to cultivate that energy of gratitude. Stop and sing a song, play a song, move your body, dance, write your gratitude list, whatever you need to do to transform the energy so it feels like it feels right now. So good in this loving, powerful community. Have that conversation with God. Cultivate that feeling of gratitude and engage the equation. Gratitude equals more joy, equals more gratitude and more happiness, equals more gratitude and more joy and more happiness and more gratitude times infinity. That is my joy and hope and love for you and your life as I continue to work it in my life. Let's do it together. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. We are grateful. At this time, let us share our offertory affirmation. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am thankful. Nancy.
Just saying to Suzanne, that's pretty amazing, Heather, because guess what we're
So that if you want to take it home with you this week, and instead of just saying thank you, you can sing thank you. Instead of saying I'm grateful, you can sing it. And then you'll see where we're going to go from there, because it depends upon how quickly you catch on. Thank you, I am grateful. That's all it is. Thank you, I am grateful. You can harmonize with it. Thank you, I am grateful. 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 I said thank you for this day. I am grateful for this day. Thank you for this day. I am grateful for this day. Thank you for this you. I am grateful. Thank you.
I'm grateful.
All right, so let us bless our offerings and tithes today. So, take another breath. And knowing and recognizing that truly there is only infinite source, divine source that is God, that is pure abundance and prosperity, that is who we are. And so from this place of oneness, I just speak a word of blessing upon these offerings and tithes and gifts that have been given this day, knowing that it feels good to give and that we are in the flow. The law of circulation is at work in our lives, giving and receiving. And I know that these tithes and offerings are met with good stewardship here with the board in this congregation to go and do its good and perfect work in the world, to grow this community, to be more love and be more peace and joy, and bring that here to Douglas and the surrounding area. So I'm just so grateful for the opening, loving, and wonderful gifts that we have given, knowing that truly all is well. We are thankful, and so it is. Amen.
Just a quick reminder before we share our prayer for protection and our peace song together, that there is an abundance of goodies downstairs. Please, please, please spend some time. Let's spend some time with one another, and let's share after service down in our community room. Also, quick reminder, 1 o'clock, Rainbow's Visioning Workshop up here, correct? Rainbow? Downstairs? Okay, the 1 o'clock workshop will be held downstairs then in the community room. So let's stand, let's share our prayer for protection and our peace song.